As always, it is so great to have you here, and I hope you're all staying safe and healthy out there. Anyways, it is Wednesday, the middle of the week, and today we're making a recipe that's perfect for one of those busy weeknights, as it's effortless to put together, and it's all done in a little over 30 minutes. We're talking an easy weeknight vegetable paella. And let me tell you, this rice is packed with so many amazing Spanish flavors, made with just a handful of ingredients. And the best part, with each bite, you're going to have an instant trip to beautiful España. Folks, serve this paella next to a crunchy baguette and a bottle of Spanish red wine. More specifically from the region of Gutiérrez, you're going to have yourself the best moment of your busy day. Alright, let's just dive right into this recipe. I'm going to add in 3 cups of vegetable broth into a saucepan, which is 720 milliliters. Then we'll pinch in a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. Link where you can get the golden saffron I'm using in the description box below. And we'll heat it with a medium-high heat. In the meantime, let's get the rest of the ingredients ready. I'm going to finely chop 1 small onion, roughly chop 5 cloves of garlic, finely chop 1 red bell pepper, and finely chop 1 carrot that's been peeled. We'll also finely grate 2 tomatoes. You can substitute this for half a cup of canned tomato sauce or passata, which is about 125 grams. And we'll drain 1 can of butter beans into a colander and rinse them under some water. For this recipe, we're only going to use half a cup, which is about 130 grams. For the rest of the butter beans, just add them into an airtight container and into the fridge. They'll hold for up to 4 to 5 days. For the next step, let's start cooking our paella. I'm going to heat a paella pan with a medium-high heat. The size of the pan that I'm using is 11 inches, which is about 27 centimeters. If you don't have a paella pan, no big deal, you can just use a standard fry pan. And I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 60 milliliters. After a couple minutes, we'll add in the chopped vegetables. And as always, we'll mix them around continuously. That way they don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After 3 to 4 minutes, and the vegetables are lightly sauteed, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.5 grams. And we'll give it a quick mix. That way that paprika is evenly coating all the vegetables. As always, the Spanish paprika I'm using is from Kiva. Link where you can get some in the description box below. And if you buy it from that link, you also get 25% off your order. Then we'll add in the grated tomato, and season everything with sea salt and just a dash of freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together, and then simmer it for a few minutes without mixing the mixture. After about 3 minutes and the grated tomato has slightly thickened, it's time to add in the rice. For this recipe, I'm using a Spanish round rice, which is typically used to make paella, very similar to arborio rice. I'm going to measure out 1 cup, which is 190 grams, and add it into the paella pan. You'll find a link where you can get the rice I'm using for this recipe in the description box below. And we'll give it a mix until everything's well mixed together. Then we'll add in the half cup of butter beans, which once again was 130 grams. And we'll grab the saffron infused vegetable broth and gently pour it into the pan. And we'll give it 1 final mix. That way everything's evenly distributed. And like I've told you in the past, when you're making a paella, you don't want to mix the rice again after this step. Otherwise it's going to disrupt the way it's cooking. Meaning if you overmix the rice, it's going to start releasing its starch and it's going to lose its beautiful texture. After about 10 minutes, you can see a lot of that broth has been absorbed by the rice, but there's still plenty of liquid left. We'll lower it to a low-medium heat. And we're going to simmer this for another 4 to 5 minutes, or until all the broth has been absorbed by the rice. After about 5 minutes, and there's virtually no broth left, it's time to achieve the socorat, which is that famous layer of caramelized burnt rice underneath. I'm going to hit this to a medium to medium-high heat and go for about 2 to 3 minutes. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat. and cover it with some foil paper and then a dishcloth and let it sit here for a couple minutes. You know, by trapping that steam in there, it's what's going to ensure that each grain of rice is perfectly cooked through. After a couple minutes, we'll uncover the pan. And check it out, folks, our easy weeknight vegetable paella is done. Beautiful presentation, truly effortless to put together, and the best part, all done in a little over 30 minutes. Let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Check it out, folks, una paella de verduras para chuparse los dedos. This came out looking so beautiful. Now look at that, we even got a little bit of that socora in there. So excited for this, here we go. Absolutely delicious. But first things first is the rice is beautifully cooked. It's so important to not over mix it, and that socora gives it such a great texture. Then you have all those vegetables for such a great flavor, and the saffron and paprika for that authentic Spanish touch. You saw this so easy to make, done a little over 30 minutes, truly the perfect paella for a busy weeknight, and always next to a crunchy bag and a bottle of Spanish wine from Mujer Requena for the ultimate dining experience. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Ellen M. Hirschman, Nancy T, Jean, and Maybeth Robles. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click on the bell icon. That way you can get notified every time I release new content and to become a part of the Spain on a Fork family. Till the next time, hasta luego.